Okay, so today we're going to learn how to do this calculator and how to change fractions to decimals, mixed numbers to decimals, decimals to fractions. And it shouldn't take us too long. It's pretty simple, and the instructions are pretty clear, but I'm going to go over each and every type. So we're going to do the first type, then I'm going to let you practice a little bit. Then we're going to do the next type. They're broken up into 4 sections, all right? So we want to convert to decimals. So I know some of you know these off the top of your head, all right? I can tell you over and over and over, 1/2 is 0.5, all right? But the purpose of this activity is for you to learn to input it into the calculator. And there's more than one way. I'm going to show you this one way, and eventually I will show you a shortcut. If you understand the process, you'll be able to do the shortcut, all right? But I want you to know it this way, because this way always works. The shortcut, you have to put parentheses in, and there has to be some things that you have to do, and you have to remember to do that, whereas this one, all you're doing is putting in what you see, okay? So here we go. It says to enter a fraction. So anytime I want to enter a fraction, first off, I want you to turn your calculator on. If it has anything on it at all, I want you to hit second plus 712. And I want you to clear your calculator. Okay? Second plus 712. Not at the same time. You push those individually. If you're here, then you would just hit clear to get off that screen. So we are going to put in the fraction 4/20. So it says push alpha. The alpha key is this green key right here. All right? So we're going to press alpha. Then it says press F1. Now in real little tiny green writing, it says F1 right here. Do y'all see that? Okay, it's very small and it's green. So anytime you want to do something in green, you have to press the alpha key. So we're going to press the Y equals key, which gives you F1. Does everybody have this on their screen? Okay. Now, we're going to stop for a second, and I'm going to tell you what these mean. Number 1 says N/D. Does anybody want to take a guess? Yes, great. Correct. So that means a fraction, right? Numerator, denominator. Number 2 says UND. That is units, and units represent whole numbers. So that would be a mixed fraction, like 5 1/2. All right? Number 3 is what you use when you want to go from a fraction to a mixed number, or a mixed number to a fraction. All right. Number 4 takes you from a fraction to a decimal, and do you notice that the arrow goes back and forth both ways? That means that it takes you also from a decimal to a fraction. All right. So we're going to follow our instructions. It said press alpha. It said press F1, which we've done. It says press 1 because we want to enter a fraction. So we're just going to press the number 1, and you should get 2 boxes and your divided by sign in between them. Okay? It says enter the numerator. Our numerator is 4. So now we need to arrow down. You have 4 arrows. You have up, down, left, and right. So we're going to arrow down, and we're going to enter the denominator, which is 20. Is everybody with me? Is anybody lost? Okay. So then it says push the arrow right. You have to get out from underneath that divided by sign. So now I have my fraction there. Don't touch anything yet. Okay? It says, now I want a fraction to a decimal. It says do the steps to enter a fraction. We've already done that. It says press alpha. So we're going to press alpha again. It says press F1. So F1, which is your Y equals. And we want a decimal, so we're going to press the number 4, which will give us a fraction to a decimal, and press enter. And there it is. So we're just going to come up here, and we're going to write 0.2. Okay? All right. Let's try it again on number 2. We're going to press alpha. You don't have to clear your screen. You can just keep going. So we're going to press alpha. We're going to press F1. We're going to enter our numerator, which is 3. Oops, sorry. I blew it. Alpha, F1, and I want to enter a fraction, so I need to press 1. Sorry about that. So I'm going to put in 3. I'm going to arrow down. I'm going to enter 5. I'm going to arrow out. Now it says do the steps. Press alpha, F1. I want to turn it into a decimal, so I'm going to press number 4 and hit enter. 0.6. Anybody having any problems? Going too fast? Please tell me. Speak up, okay? Because this is your chance to learn. So let's do one more, and then I want you to do as many of those as you can. I'll give you a certain amount of time, and it doesn't matter whether you finish them or not. It's just that you're practicing. So now we're going to go and do alpha, F1. We want to enter a fraction, so we're going to press number 1. I'm going to press the numerator, which is 9. I'm going to arrow down so I can enter the denominator, which is 10. Now I have to get out, so I'm going to arrow to the right. And then I'm going to do the steps to change that fraction to a decimal. So I'm going to press alpha, F1, press the number 4, and I'm going to hit enter, and I get 0.9. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes. And for those of you in virtual, I want you to be working on them. You need to, you're going to hear some silence here because I have to keep the recording going. I can't stop and pause it and then go on. It doesn't seem to work that way. So you're just going to have to bear with us, but I want you to practice in the screen, and then we're going to go down to the next section. Okay? Anybody need help? What? It's very, well, it is, especially after you memorize the steps, it gets really fast. Okay? And I'm going to put the answers up here so you can be checking yours. Now, it doesn't do you any good to write my answers, because all that will do is get you the answers. It won't get you to understand or do the steps that you need to do to be successful when you need to do it on your own. Uh-oh. Wrong. Now remember, this calculator automatically simplifies. I'm not concerned if you do them all, okay? I'm concerned do you know how to do it. So don't worry if we move on and you haven't finished them. It's do you know how to do it. Okay, so if you get a quit, then just do, the only way to get out of here is hit second, okay? And then do you see that little quit sign? And quit. There you go. Okay, so try putting it in again. It's okay. What? Now, some of you are going to realize different things on this calculator that you can do, okay? I understand that, but stick with me today, okay? All right, so we're going to put in our fraction. Alpha, F1, 18, go down, 25. Now, this is what you're forgetting to do, arrow out. Okay, now alpha, F1, now you want to change it to a fraction. There you go, and hit enter. Okay? What? No, it's not on mute. Okay? But you're okay. Alright? Okay. Everybody pretty much got that one? Alright. We're gonna go to convert the following mixed numbers to a decimal. Okay? So we're going to move on. You can always go back. Don't worry, you'll have a few minutes. And like I said, it's not about, you know, I'm more concerned about can you do the process. So on the other side of your yellow reference chart, it says to enter a mixed number. All right, so here we go to enter a mixed number. It says you're going to do alpha, F1, and it says press 2 because we want to do the units and the numerator and the denominator. All right, so we're going to press the number 2. Is everybody there? Okay, so enter the whole number. So what is our whole number? 4. Okay, then it says push arrow to the right. Do you see that we need to get over to that fraction? So now it's on the numerator. So now we're going to enter the numerator, which is 18. You're going to enter this just like you did before. You're going to arrow down. And then you're going to enter the denominator, which is 25. You have to get out of there, so you're going to arrow to the right. Okay. Now, I need to change this to a decimal. So it says, the next thing says mixed number fraction to a decimal. So you're going to do your steps. We've already done our steps to enter a mixed number. We're going to press alpha. We're going to press F1. And we want fraction to decimal again. So we're going to press 4 and press enter. And there it is. How many got it? Just raise your hand so I know. Okay. All right. So we got 4.72. All right. Number 2 is going to be a little trickier. Okay. So we're going to do the same steps. Press alpha, F1. We want to enter a mixed number, so we're going to press the number 2. We're going to put the unit in, which is 1. Then we are going to go over to the right, and we are going to enter the numerator, which is 2. Go down and enter the denominator, which is 3. We have to get out of that, so we're going to arrow to the right. Now we're going to press alpha and F1. We want to change it to a decimal, so we're going to use the number 4, and we're going to hit enter. Oh, Lord. Okay? Here we are. This calculator only shows 9 digits after the decimal point. It's the farthest it can do. It's you know, it's a calculator. It doesn't have unlimited abilities. So what that's telling you is that this 6 is a repeating decimal, And on the ninth digit, what it did was 5 or more, change the score. That's correct, raise the score. So you're going to have to learn to recognize that. And so I don't want to see 1.666666667. I want to see on your paper 1.6 with a line over it. Okay? You only do one decimal if one decimal repeats. Now, we're going to look at other situations because sometimes you'll have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, then you would write the 1 and the 2 with the line over it. Okay? So that indicates that, and if it was 1/3, it would be 0.33333, and then you would just write 0.3 with a line over it. It wouldn't change the score because it's not 5 or more. All right? Okay, so let's do a few of these. Now, you may know them in your head. Again, please don't do them in your head. Follow the steps because that is what I'm wanting you to do, is to learn to use the calculator. All right? It's not about how many problems you're going to get done. It's about, can I do it? Because you're going to come across things that you don't know in your head. You can check your answers with mine. Anybody getting stuck, raise your hand. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not grading about how many you got done, okay? That's not what this is about. This is just practice. This is us looking at how to do it, okay? And there are other ways, and I will teach you those. If you understand them, you can use them. But for today, we're going to do it the long way, okay? How many of you have 6 done? 6 or more? Okay, then we're going to move on. Okay? Everybody okay with that? You just got to speak up, people. Okay? And if you're not, you need to learn to say, no, hold on, slow down. Okay? All right, we're going to flip it. So now we've got a decimal and we need a fraction. Okay? You notice I've never cleared my calculator. Okay? It's still going. It's okay. I can do this forever. All right? If you clear it, that's fine. I would always make sure I've checked what I put in before I clear. Okay? All right. So here we are, convert to fractions. So now I have a decimal, and that is right here. It says decimal to a fraction. Okay? So I've got 0.83, I'm going to follow these steps. Enter the decimal number, 0.83. Now, you guys know that if there is a 0 before your, only a 0 before your decimal point, you don't have to enter it, okay? If it makes you feel more comfortable to put 0.83, go right ahead. If it had 20.83, of course, I would definitely enter that 0 because I need to enter the 2. But if it is a 0, you don't have to enter it. You also don't have to write it for me, okay? It's cool with me if you just put 0.83. All right? So here we go, decimal to fraction. It says press alpha. It says press F1. Now I want a decimal to a fraction. Which number am I going to use? 4. Okay, because it goes both ways. That's why the arrows are going both ways. So I'm going to press 4. I'm going to press enter. And boom, I'm done. And it is in its simplest form. Okay. Pretty easy, eh? So that's going to be 83 over 100. So I'm going to do it one more time, then I'll let you do a couple, then we'll get to the bottom. 0.4, hit alpha, hit F1, 4, enter. .24, alpha, F1, 4, enter. The other mistake that students make is they don't look at their calculator carefully. So always make sure you're actually seeing what you're writing down, okay? Make sure you check your input values when you put it in. That one's pretty simple, isn't it? Okay. Okay. How many have gotten 6 done? Okay. All right, let's go on. Everybody ready to go on? Okay, you can come back and play with them after I'm done showing you everything. Yes, Miss?
I got 3 for number 5.
For number 5? Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. And you know what? I'm going to make mistakes, so catch me. Sometimes I didn't mean to do this today, so it's not intentional. But sometimes I'll put things up there just to see if you're paying attention. Not today, because it's only, the first time we're doing this. I would not normally do that. But later on, I will put stuff on there that doesn't make any sense. And I'm waiting to see who's paying attention and who's not. Okay? Just for the fun of it. All right? All right. Convert fractions and simplify if possible. So this is a mixed number to a fraction. Mixed number decimal to a fraction. It's basically the same process, but you have to do it twice. The first time you get your answer, it's going to be in an improper fraction. What is an improper fraction? Anybody can tell me? What is it about the numerator and denominator? Say it. The numerator is larger than the denominator. So in order to get it to give you decimal form or fraction form, you're going to have to do the steps twice. All right? So we're going to enter the decimal number, it says. So we're going to enter 25.2. Then it says we are to press alpha, F1. Then we go to number 3 because we want that mixed number. Okay, then it says hit enter. We've got an improper fraction. So all you have to do here, okay, is press that alpha and F1. Don't input your stuff again. you want number 3. Do you see how it says ANS? What that means is that this answer, it's going to take the last answer, and it's actually got it here holding for you, okay? And it's going to got it here holding for you, and now it's going to do the computation. So it's just a way where you don't have to re-input what the last answer was. And you hit enter, and we get 25 1/5. Okay, put your name on it, and put it in period 2 box over there. Okay? All right, so I'm going to do number 2, and then I'm going to let you practice. So it says, enter the decimal number. Then it says alpha F1, number 3, enter. Then it says alpha F1, number 3, enter. Okay? So sometimes you're going to get something in there and it's going to drive you nuts. Okay. If you get stuck on a screen for some reason, okay, the way to get out of that screen is you're going to hit the second key, and if you notice right on top of mode it says quit. And it will take you and clear you out of a screen that you seem to be stuck in, or an error message, okay? You're going to hit second and mode, which is the quit. All right? Let's see here. Oh. Forgot what I was doing. Yes. Okay, I'm going to stop this recording. I hope this helps you out. If you have any further questions or concerns, then please email Miss Moon and let her know, okay?